Thank you, sir. I'm already anticipating a binge-worthy series.
So you have catched me.
I did. My question is has it crossed your mind whether to turn this into a movie or a series? I will be delighted if you say so.
You're in the spirit.
When Best Served Cold first came out,
I wanted to ask, is that when you, and being also in mentioning the non-kinetic and kinetic, I kind of know what you're saying, but can you sort of relate this? Is it appropriate to believe that the Nigerian security agencies actually work the way as you described in the book?
short answer, absolutely yes. And I'll give you two examples, and you may not have been here when I first mentioned this. One example is from 41 years ago. Do you remember?
And you're really spotted. So it's a comment on a question.
Yeah.
You're really spotted. I have had experiences where you'll know that if truly the 10-year system wants to work in Nigeria, it will work. If it doesn't want to work, it will give excuses. There are many accounts. I'd had friends that had been kidnapped, and the ordeal, the tracking, everything that went on. It's not as free as it is, but that's kind of just to corroborate what you said. But the second part for me will be, I'm even looking at, serializing this on television, because we have a dearth of content on TV. So, I work on television, yeah. What's your average Nigerian television? Argue with shitloads of politicians in the morning.
No, say it's not so.
Then what happens in the afternoon? You have rolling news about the shitty things the politicians send with money, and in the night you recap the press conference that had shitty news once again, and it's just pure rubbish. As far as I'm concerned, we have on television, and that's why when Mr. Shashore did something recently with his history documentary series. It was like pumping the fist for us, and it was an air of triumphalism, because we're like, great. We would like to have something like this serialized on television, and I'm not talking about tons of 100 similar stories on YouTube with different casts of love stories, and I don't want to mention the YouTube channel, and it's all love, but there ought to be something more intellectual, and I'm thinking of this year, while you were, narrating and reading, reminds me of pretty much the Templars. Stuff like the Templars. You run this, serialize it, 20-25 minutes, pulsating drama, always at the edge of your seats. And because there's an appetite for it. Tons of Nigerians are going to watch stuff on HBO, but they will really want it here. So, and funny enough, to show how things have gone really bad, NTA back in the days actually used to commission dramas.
Yes.
But we don't have that any longer. And that's the sad reality. Heck yeah, I'm sure tons of us, everybody here knows who commissioned actually Things Fall Apart. It was NTA. It was an NTA production. It was not an independent producer somewhere. So I think it's best, to also talk to the television stations. At least if they can put something on in the night, 7:30, 8:30 p.m., around the time we had, maybe later than that, 9 o'clock, just before the news, prime time. People can actually watch something that will really tickle their fancy.
After listening to you, I think I would like to, number one, congratulate you to ask the question, where do you find the time? Basically, super busy schedule. And most importantly, how can we encourage the younger ones to pick up this habit of reading, and most importantly, to be able to write?
Thanks very much, Shule. We are trying.
Sorry, I know we're about to round up. On this generational thing, what general, I don't know whether to call him general, doctor, also, there's so many things. And again, one thing that he finds time to do is to watch cricket all over the world.
Get your priorities right.
I don't know. I don't know how somebody does that. But anyway, when she, I don't know, that cricket man there. Yes, and what he said about this, the younger people 30 and below, who the only thing they know is how Nigeria is in the last, since we started this corrupt republic of revised shitty politicians every morning. And some of us are forced to watch our eyes and see Rufi on fire rant about it, trying to explain. And my dear Mario, trying to be lady, making sure everybody is well behaved. So,
Yeah.
but
You do that.
I give you a practical example. I have a daughter who is slightly under 30. And a few years ago, she asked me about, in the time of the military, how did they change governments? I mean, I have lived through many national music, fellow Nigerians. I'm here to save all of you. So I didn't know how to explain that the man will decide to sack his boss. He will bring out a pistol. The man has to get out of the office. If he doesn't go out on time, he gets shot. I was explaining to this young lady. She said, "Oh, Jesus." So it was a shock. She was expecting that I will explain some type of elections that maybe doesn't involve INEC, but there will be some form of, yes, but I was talking about gun and bullets. You see, that's where we are coming from. We've seen all sorts. So, like my darling wife said, how do you teach these children? They are no teachers. And when you try to individually explain the power of the bullet, it's difficult. So I think we need to find a deliberate attempt. Teach history, and teach it properly. Let's manufacture teachers. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
General, I will explain to you why later. I do congratulate you, as I always do, on various achievements of yours. When I got the inquiry, I smiled and I said, the general is at it again. And it's only this gentleman that can write a book captioning pepper soup. No, that's not what I saw. That it served when cold. That's what I believe I saw. that pepper soup that we take, that you cough, that the pepper incites all sorts of things down there, is served best when it is cold. So it was on my way here today that I realized that two books were in contention, and that I mixed up the titles. You know, one is Pepper Soup Chronicles, the other one is yes, you know. So I then reminded myself, and if you remember, General, I told you about the bestseller that you had on the Nigerian Army. There was an issue about the title.
Yes.
On that occasion.
Yes.
And then I said, my God, the general with titles. In any case, we thank God. I do congratulate you.
Thank you.
I align myself with some of the comments I've had since I came in as regards your ability to find the time to do this, which is a very good thing for not only the generation coming, for us. Because those of us who are getting towards there, you know, you have to find the time to do certain things, and that should include reading. So thank you very much for your